How can you find your happiness? We have the Knight of Wands coming out in reverse. I feel like the reason that maybe you're not finding your happiness right now is that you're not taking heart-centered action. You're chasing things that are not really what you truly desire. It's almost like you're chasing things of what other people have told you that you should desire. I feel like you have to come back to like, what is it that is truly your heart's calling? And not just impulsively chase things. Like really think about what is the true deep desire that you have, and does this align? Because I feel like you're maybe putting your energy into places that is not where you truly want it to be. I also see the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck, so part of what you might need to do is take some time to sit with yourself and ask maybe even just like different versions of yourself, like at different ages, like what would happiness be to us? What do we need to be happy? Sit with that and journal on it. I think you're actually going to get a lot of answers if you were to do that. The Six of Cups is a lot about inner children, and like there is an element of nostalgia, but what I'm getting is more like coming back to the pure happiness that you would have had prior to being jaded by so many other things in the world. What would have made you really happy, and that will help you. I also feel like there's a reminder that happiness is almost like a state of being with the Page of Stars. You're not going to be happy every single moment. Not every single thing has to be happy. You're going to find lots of times of experiencing joy, but happiness is like it's like a full state. It's also something you have to, like, I'm also getting like the idea of pursuit of happiness. Like you do have to continue to pursue it. You can call it in, and you also have to do what you need to do to pursue it. I see the Page of Stars, like I said, and then the Empress, whoa, and then the Ace of Stars, and the Ace of Wands, wow, the Fool. So many cards of like these new beginnings. Okay, Pages that's a new beginning card. The Empress is very abundant. I'm going to come back to that one because I want to just look at this. We have two aces and then the Fool. There's so many possibilities and so much potential. Like if you knew that you had infinite energy, what would you ask for? Because I feel like you can get it. Maybe that's something else that you're struggling with right now, is like how much energy has to be expended. It doesn't have to be that much energy to be happy. So yes, there's like a pursuit, but that doesn't mean that you have to be so energetically depleted to pursue it. If it's energetically depleting you, it actually is probably not the right thing on the pursuit. The Fool is also this beginning, the infinite potential and possibilities. So it's like you can call all of this in, but the fact that the Empress is also here is showing me that you can be so abundant with ease. It doesn't have to be hard work. I feel like that's also, I just keep wanting to come back to this Knight of Wands in reverse. Like it doesn't have to be as hard as you think. Being happy is also a choice. Now, I'm not saying like that you can just like choose your way out of if you're struggling with like mental health or something like that. That's not what this is about at all, okay? If you are struggling with mental health, like please, part of your pursuit is to get help through that, okay? I'm seeing that like you can get the help that you need. If that's something that you need, you can feel better. But what I'm saying is like there's a choice every day to work on that, right? So even if you are going through mental health struggles, every single day you're choosing to address that. Being happy is a choice. It does take energy, it does take work, but it shouldn't always be depleting. There is a life for you where you can feel the happiness with ease. And I also feel like with the Empress card and the Six of Cups, and then coming back to the very first card that we got in part 1 of the Queen of Wands, it's making me also just think of like the way that you get to be the happiest is by being authentically you. So coming back to like, who am I authentically? If I had all the possibilities open to me, who would I choose to be rather than be who I was told I had to be? The Devil card is like the Knight of Wands in reverse. Like doing what you're being told to do or what you thought you had to do, as opposed to doing what you truly want to do. And so you're releasing those things. Star card, you're releasing the demands that have been put on you of who you were told you had to be or who you were told you are. And instead, you are happiest by being authentically you. And that's what you pursue. You're pursuing being authentically you, and that will help lead to your happiness. Next, let's look at your finances. I'll see you at part 3.